What's going on? Today's video is going to be about email automations for beginners. This is email automations 101. We're talking setup, tools, workflows, the whole 9 yards to get you set up as a small business owner for success. Now, before we get started, my name's Coronado. I'm the founder of Pro Emailers, where we help small business owners get set up with email marketing to generate $25,000 to $150,000 of additional revenue using email marketing. If you need help as a small business owner, we're glad to step in, help you set up your campaigns, help you win in the email marketing space. Links are below. Set up a quick call. Glad to help. With that being said, let's jump right in. All right, email automations 101, setup tools and workflows for small businesses. Let's be real, running a small business is basically juggling flaming swords while riding a unicycle. You got sales, you got marketing, customer service, inventory, that one customer who emails you at 3 a.m. asking you to ship to Antarctica. This is where email automation comes in. Done right, it's like hiring a tiny robot assistant who works 24/7, never calls in sick, and doesn't need coffee breaks. Today, I'm going to show you what email automation is, the tools you can use, and the key workflows every small business should have set up. What the heck is email automation? Email automation is basically sending the right email to the right person at the right time automatically. You don't have to stress about this. If you can set these things up in the beginning, you are set up for success. These things generate revenue on autopilot. Seriously, these things really do generate money once you have them set up, and then you do have to make small tweaks from time to time. But once these things are set up, these things are cranking out cash. Instead of blasting your entire list with the same boring message, automations let you send emails based on actions your customers take. Did they just sign up? They get a welcome email. Abandon their cart? They get a gentle nudge. Bought something? Boom, thank you email. It's like your emails develop common sense, right? Why email matters for small businesses. If you're a small business, you don't have time to email every customer who sneezes near your website. Automation saves you time, keeps your customers engaged, and most importantly, makes you money while you sleep. Seriously, I've seen brands go from 20 to 40% of their total revenue just from automated emails. It's crazy. This stuff works, guys. I'm telling you this stuff. If you set it up once, it runs smoothly on autopilot. You can make a lot of money by capturing users and making revenue off of people that are already visiting your site. Now let's talk tools, because nobody wants to duct tape Gmail, Google Sheets together and call it automations, right? Some of the best platforms for small businesses to use, my personal favorite, I will say I am a Klaviyo partner, is Klaviyo. Klaviyo is super simple for Shopify users. If you are building an e-commerce site and you use Shopify as your shop domain, you want to use Klaviyo. It's your best friend. Now, there's other platforms out there that do work well. I am not hating on those. I just think Klaviyo integrates with Shopify so smoothly for e-commerce brands that it's hard to kind of recommend other things outside of Klaviyo. With that being said, though, you do have other brands out there or other tools out there like MailChimp. MailChimp is easy. It's super simple, budget friendly. It's not as robust as Klaviyo. If you're on a tight budget, then MailChimp might be something you may be interested in. ActiveCampaign is another great tool. It's great for more advanced automations and CRM. So if you need a little bit more CRM within your business, ActiveCampaign could work for you. HubSpot, it's very powerful, but usually more expensive, and it's definitely a learning curve. It's not as user-friendly as maybe a Klaviyo is or maybe a MailChimp. So that's something to consider with HubSpot, but you can do a lot more with it. It integrates with your sales team if you have a sales team. So it's something to consider, but like I said, I definitely recommend Klaviyo. You won't go wrong if you use Klaviyo. The good news is that most of these tools come with pre-built workflows, so you're not starting from scratch. You already have an assisted path to help guide you through your journey, right? The core workflows that every small business needs. This is something that I think a lot of people aren't paying attention to. Like, you have one workflow, a welcome series. Welcome series are fantastic. You need a welcome series, but there are other flows that most people don't even consider when they're running a small business, because they have so many other things to think about when taking care of their business, making sure that packages are getting delivered, inventories in, employees are getting paid. I mean, you have so many things to think about. So these are some of the ones that I would recommend as a small business that you absolutely need as far as working within your email platform and making sure that your email marketing is successful. Your welcome series. And the welcome series is the first email that somebody receives when they first sign up for your newsletter. I hate that word newsletter, but whenever they sign up to be part of your marketing emails, this is what they're going to receive. It's like, hey, thank you for signing up. Introduce your brand. Give them an offer, like maybe it's a 10% or 20% discount code, however generous you're feeling. Things like that are part of the welcome series. And on that first email, most users are just signing up so they can get a discount code, right? They want to get back to the website and make a purchase. But if you're offering to sell a discount, give it to them right up front. Make it simple. Don't make it too complicated. Let them use the code because we want them to make a purchase. The second one is more of a storytelling. I will say that presenting bestsellers, including reviews, using testimonials and social proof, that really does work for the email number 2. And then incentives in email number 3. You really want to push that discount or other offerings that you have that they might not be aware of. If you're offering free shipping, 100% money back guaranteed, those type of things we want to highlight in email number 3 to get the users over the line to make that purchase that haven't made a purchase yet. We usually send our abandoned carts 1 to 2 hours after they've exited the site. So if they put an item in cart, they didn't make a purchase, hour or two later, they're going to receive an email from us. Typically, this is going to have things like social proof, testimonials, big cross-sell opportunities to maybe they weren't interested in that product and they're still shopping. Maybe we're going to sell them something similar that they didn't know that we had. So you want to give them as many opportunities to get back to the website and complete that purchase. Post-purchase. So this is something that's pretty simple. I think a lot of people have it, but they are sticking to the basic templates, which are totally fine. It's not a horrible thing, but you should have this. Post-purchase is something that when they make a purchase, you want to send them a thank you. Of course, they get the transactional stuff, right? The transactional stuff is when they made a purchase, they've gone to their inbox, they've got a confirmation for the invoice of making the charge, but also shipping confirmation saying, hey, in 1 day, 2 days, your package will be shipped. And those are transactional things, but you also want to send them things like, hey, thank you for purchasing with us. We really appreciate it. Send them other things like this is a great opportunity for cross sells and upsells. Maybe you're a golf company and they bought a box of golf balls from you. And now this is an opportunity where you can upsell them on golf tees, golf gloves, a golf towel, different accessories that they didn't purchase, that they might not even know you had. This is a good opportunity to upsell there and show them products that are complementary to the product that they just purchased. This is a good way for actually to make some extra revenue from a user and increasing their lifetime value. A win-back series. If someone hasn't purchased in 60 to 90 days, give them a nudge. We miss you, offer a perk, show them what's new. This is cheaper than finding brand new customers. If they haven't made a purchase, give them a little nudge. It doesn't hurt you. It costs you nothing to send them an email and get them back on site. So give them a nudge. This is a lot cheaper. How to actually set one up. Let's use Klaviyo as an example. Connect your store, Shopify, WooCommerce, whatever you're using. Choose a trigger like a new subscriber or cart abandoned, or maybe you are using anybody that signed up in a pop-up form. Maybe these new pop-up form users are going to a certain list that you've created. Use that as the trigger, and then you're going to build your flow, your drag and drop customization flows. We add delays, so you don't need to send 3 emails in the same hour. Typically, we're going to give them an email right when they sign up. We do not, absolutely do not ever use the double opt-in. Double opt-in is something that comes standard in most of these email platforms. We do not use a double opt-in. If you sign up on one of these platforms, please go right into your settings and then do not and unselect the double opt-in. That is very important. We do not want them to give consent in a pop-up form that they do want to receive marketing, and then another email saying, are you sure you want to receive marketing? That is a horrible way to run your email marketing campaigns. If you have that set up now, please change it. I beg of you, do not do that. And then typically what we do is once they've received that first email, we start doing delays and decision splits. These are maybe a 1 day delay. They're going to receive the second email. 2 days delay. They're going to receive the third email. If you have multiple emails past 3, make sure that your days get spread apart. You do not want to bombard your users with a flood of emails. If they didn't respond to the first one, give them a break. Let them breathe, and then let them think about it, and then see if the second email works. If the second email doesn't work, then we're going to follow up with the third email. Maybe we include some decision splits in there to make a decision. If they clicked on a certain item, let's send them down a different path. There's different ways to do this. But right now, you want to make sure that you add some delays in there to protect them from receiving a whole bunch of emails all at once. And then test it yourself before going live. Trust me, you don't want customers getting the hi first name in brackets by mistake. Make sure you test it. Make sure everything that's supposed to be passing through in the dynamic fields actually does pass through correctly. Pro tips for making automations work. Don't overcomplicate it. Start with the basics. Welcome, abandoned cart, thank you. That's really simple. You don't have to make this too crazy. There's definitely benefits to having more triggered events happening and getting more tailored and segmented on these flows. But to start off with, just make it very simple. You don't have to make this crazy. Let's keep it basic. Let's start making money. And then once the money starts coming in, then we take time to make it more segmented and make it more tailored to the user so that we can have a more tailored user experience, right? Personalize when you can. Username, recommend products they browse, etc. We want to use this as much as you can, but you also don't have to get crazy with this. Like, it doesn't have to be, hi, Mike, I like Houston. Are you from Houston? Welcome to Houston. You don't have to do these things. Keep it simple. Use personalization when you can so it feels authentic, but don't get carried away. And write like a human. Nobody wants an email that sounds like a robot. Just write like a human. If you're using ChatGPT, totally fine, but make sure that everything looks good. It doesn't sound like unlock your free, everybody uses unlock. Stop using that freaking word coming from ChatGPT. It's annoying. Always include a clear CTA. Now, if you don't know what a clear CTA is, or you don't know what a CTA is a call to action. Give a user something to do. We want them to do something. Give them something to do. If it's shop now, sign up now, download now, give them that option and make it bold and big. We want them to see it and give it to them. Okay, don't make this hard for them to find. We want to make it as easy as possible. Check the numbers, open rates, click-through rates. These things do not lie. If nobody's clicking, tweak it, make a change, test it, and then retry. It doesn't hurt you. If nobody's clicking, it doesn't hurt you to try something new, because obviously what you're doing now isn't working. And 7 of the common mistakes to avoid: setting and forgetting, right? Most people have set these automations up and they do work well, right? But over time, user behavior changes and you need to change with it, right? Automation is not one and done, review flows for a few months. I mean, it really does take some work. You can get away with it for a little bit, especially like on a welcome series. Those things don't need to change too much unless you're changing your offer. But for the most part, you don't need to change those things, but you don't want to just leave it there and then think all of a sudden you're just going to be rich. It doesn't work that way. You need an automation. You need a test and revise and come up with different strategies to keep your users engaged and make sure that you're actually targeting the correct users in these segments, right? Spamming, just because it's automated doesn't mean you should send 12 emails in an hour. Don't do that. It's annoying. I hate when companies do that and they don't offer you a unsubscribe link. It is the worst. You go to spam, I want to report you. Just stop it. Being too generic. If your abandoned cart email says you left something behind with no product image, you're missing out. Give them the product image. You can do this dynamically with Klaviyo and Shopify. Since they sync well, you should be able to pull in the product image. If you're not doing that, you're just wasting your email in their inbox and you're just frustrating users that you don't need to. Don't do that. And that's really it. Email automation is your secret weapon as a small business. It saves you time, builds stronger relationships, and brings revenue in autopilot. Start small, set up a welcome series, an abandoned cart, and a thank you email. Once those are running, you'll be hooked. I promise you, because you'll see sales rolling in and literally nothing has to change. You can leave it like that. But as things start to change and you start seeing your click rate go down, your open rate go down, you might need to pivot and rethink your strategy. Make some tweaks in the copy. See if those things don't work. But with that being said, my name's Chris. We help small businesses. If you're a small business and you need help, contact Pro Emailers. We'll get you taken care of. Set up a 15-minute call. I promise I will not waste your time. Hope you have a good one.